Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the Assuminati podcast.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. This time we'll be discussing again TV series. There's Uncle Bobby when you need him, coming through with the chunk. That very wide bass. Okay, TV series discussion once again. This time we will be discussing the most underrated TV shows, at least in our opinion. And you know what they say about opinions? Everybody's got one.
But mine's the one that matters.
But mine's the one that's right. So I'm going to start things off with my pick. I'm passionate about not only this pick, but my honorable mentions. I believe this show should have done much better than it did. It should have lasted longer than it did. Let me give you some hints. It was in competition. So this was mid 2000s. 2008, 2009, 2010 ish. It was in competition with some heavy hitters. Big Bang Theory, 2.5 Men, Mad Men, Walking Dead, Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones was started, American Idol. It was in competition with TV shows on its own network, The Office, Parks and Rec. It was
The Bachelor.
It was the third fiddle to The Office and Parks and Rec, and it was a show called Community.
I love Community.
Wow, it doesn't get the love, Robert.
It is truly binge-worthy.
It is so binge-worthy. It's currently on Netflix still. Luckily, they had a contract with NBC to leave it after they took The Office and Parks and Rec to their own streaming service. So we still have Community today. Everybody go watch it. It's actually one of the highest rated shows on Netflix. It's getting a ton of love now. They did a reunion show during the pandemic that had huge ratings. Created by Dan Harmon. If you guys know who he is, Rick and Morty fame.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it ran 110 episodes from 2009 to 2015. 5 of those on NBC. The last one, the 6th season, was on Yahoo Screen. Because NBC canceled it after 5. Yahoo saw that it had a cult following and attempted to start its own streaming service. Wow. And they were hoping Community would be the draw to help them start that.
Well, clearly that didn't work out.
Oh, it really did. And they make fun of that to this day, that they killed a streaming service before it even started. Stars people like Chevy Chase, Joel McHale, Ken Jeong. So funny. John Oliver was hilarious.
My favorite.
Donald Glover, aka Childish Gambino, Danny Pudi, Allison Brie, Jonathan Banks of Breaking Bad fame.
Yeah,
man, it had a lot of star power, and it was
every time I watch it, I just want to make a pillow fort to watch it.
So funny. They had such clever writing. Dan Harmon created it, did some of the writing, but they had some really good writers other than that. And they did some TV or movie quality episodes. They like the Pillow Fort episode.
Yeah.
Or the paintball episodes are.
Oh yeah. The paintballs are great.
They actually landed that director, the name is escaping me, on some Marvel projects because of how good he presented the paintball war at a community college. Man, they compete, like I mentioned before, they were competing with a lot of heavy hitters. They've had huge guests. My favorites were Betty White and Jack Black. The episodes they're on are just so funny. They did such a great job.
Okay, good choice, Brandon.
One of the episodes they did was actually called Conspiracy Theories and Interior Design. So each episode was made to sound like a class you could take. That was a funny episode, Conspiracy Theories and Interior Design. My honorable mentions, Portlandia.
Which I have never seen that.
Wow.
I've only seen clips. I haven't watched a full episode.
It is weird. So weird. Just like Portland itself. But it's so funny. Superstore. IT Crowd. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Arrested Development is probably my favorite show.
Oh, I love
Arrested Development was my number 2. Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Okay. So that's Community. Again, it's on Netflix. Go watch it. I believe it's worth it. It's super bingeable, like Robert mentioned. That's how I'm feeling right now.
Yeah.
If it's not bingeable, I'm not watching it.
Woo. Nowadays. Okay. Well, let's go to our buddy Matthew.
right.
You ready with your pick?
I'm ready.
Can you give us any hints, any lead in?
I don't know if you have heard of this because some friends of mine turned me onto this show several years ago, and it's on it's one of those ones that's on Amazon Prime, and I think it's exclusive to Amazon Prime. So if you're not, watching Amazon Prime, you're probably not paying attention to this one.
Okay.
But it is called Poldark.
Poldark. I haven't even
Yeah.
heard of that.
Yeah,
And
most people haven't.
Currently on Amazon.
I am not sure if it's currently on Amazon. I know it was for a long time. But it's a British drama series.
Really?
Yep.
British
and
drama.
it is awesome.
Was this originally a BBC?
So yeah, I think it is a BBC. Yep, BBC One was the original network. It came out back in, let me tell you, oh gosh, I thought I had that, 2015. And there were 5 seasons.
So it is over. Is that right?
Yeah, I think so now. Yeah.
Say the name for me one more time.
It's Poldark, Poldark. Okay.
Okay. This is coming out of nowhere. This is beautiful.
Google knows about it.
That's awesome.
It's a good series. So, most of the audience probably has not heard of this, but I'm going to tell you right now, it's worth taking a look at.
Okay.
Underrated, right? Way underrated.
So what makes it so intriguing to you, sir?
Well, so I think what they did well is it's a period piece, right? So it's back in the Revolutionary days, and it's kind of the British point of view from the Revolution days.
Cool. I love those types of twists. Okay.
Yeah, I did too. So I thought the storyline was great. I thought that the parallel from kind of coming up in the British territory during the time that the American Revolution was happening was pretty awesome. And it kind of, it had a lot of good acting. I think it won some awards for the best ensemble or something, some BBC awards and stuff. So it's an award-winning show. People have recognized it as being a good, being directed well and having good actors and everything. They aren't people that you've heard of, really. So it's kind of a cast that you would have to, I don't know of anything else that they're in, kind of a thing. So anyway, give it a shot.
So after you pop your popcorn with your wife, this comes on before you watch it, Downton Abbey, or after?
Yeah, not the same. Yeah, I'm not a real big fan of the Downton Abbey, but it's, you could draw some parallels, I guess. But
okay, that's cool.
It's just got a little more action.
You've convinced me to give it a try.
Well, action.
All right, give that a shot. Okay, so for my honorable mention, The Office.
So
there you go.
I love The Office.
Underrated. I love The Office too, and I think it's underrated.
Have you seen the original British version of The Office?
That's a classic. No. They're good.
Oh,
no, I haven't.
You haven't lived then, because that is the real Office. America robbed the second Office. Now they pulled it off well.
Yes,
but the original's really funny.
Okay. Well, now you've intrigued me, Uncle Bobby. I need to go check that one out.
That's not like Downton Abbey.
Ricky Gervais. Ricky Gervais is a genius. I mean, he had his fingerprints on the American version too, by the way, a little bit.
He did.
So,
oh, did he? Okay.
But not as a full-time writer, but he did consult, especially for their pilot. The pilot of the American series and the British series are almost shot for shot. Mm-hmm. They have very similar scripts. They needed that script to get off the ground. It was so popular that they had to try it in America, and look what happened. Now at the time,
classic.
At the time, it was not even top 10 in the ratings. NBC struggled with Parks and Rec and The Office and Community, but later they're now the most watched shows of all time, thanks to Netflix and their run there.
What is wrong with people?
Absolutely love The Office.
I don't know.
That's in my top 5.
It's a classic show that doesn't get near the amount of accolades that it needs.
Matt.
Yeah, I
That's
got
my
into The Office back in the day when you actually had to buy the episodes
Yep, I've got a
Yeah.
few,
from
of
like
the,
iTunes.
few of the seasons on DVD as well.
Yep.
So,
Epic,
hey,
man.
since I just have to mention two more, okay, because we're talking about British comedies, okay?
Do it.
Well, British shows.
Lay it on
British
us.
comedies have a special place in my heart. So I think the other two for me are Faulty Towers, if you've ever heard of that.
I
Never
have,
heard of it.
but I haven't
What?
watched it. I
Okay,
have
so you
heard
should
of
go
it.
watch that. If you're a John Cleese fan or a
Yes.
Monty Python fan,
Big time.
then you would like Faulty Towers. Okay, that's a good one. And then that's kind of the same genre as Are You Being Served? Also another funny British comedy,
Huh.
and they're great. So
Have you
you should check those out.
I mentioned one of my honorable mentions is IT Crowd. Have you seen that?
No,
Wow, that's something you need to check out. Similar though, it sounds like we're on the same plane here. It's that quirky British humor, man. I'm digging it. I dig it. That's
Love
cool,
it.
man. Great
All
honorable
right, Uncle
mentions.
Bobby.
Great pick. Glad you threw The Office in there, man. That's awesome. I was
Yeah,
afraid
The
that was,
Office is good.
I was afraid that was going to make our overrated episode, but I'm glad we're all on the same page here.
If it had made the overrated
I would've-
episode, I was gonna walk out that door.
I'm with you. I would have been done.
Well, now you don't have to.
Yeah.
Woo.
So
we're
good.
all friends again. Robert, Bobby.
All right. Well, starting in January of 2015, a real gem came out from our friends up north in Canada. They put this show together. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it, but Schitt's Creek is the most amazing show. I'm going to
Okay.
boldly say this is my favorite show
Ew.
about the Rose family, who was very wealthy, but their business manager embezzled all their money, and they had to move to this town that they had purchased as a joke once. The town
Right.
is literally called Schitt's Creek. And so they're told they have to move, and they have nothing, but there's this hotel in this town they own, and they move in, and you watch all the episodes where they're learning to adapt to life with no money.
So funny.
It's golden.
It is.
So you've encouraged me. I'm going to have to go back and give it another shot because I tried it, and maybe it was because I was tired and it was late one night, but I tried it and I just couldn't get into it.
Oh, there's so many jokes throughout the whole thing that just watch it. It's golden.
Okay.
And you can binge that thing from start to finish.
I'll
But-
give it another try.
It's awesome. I love it. They're adult children, David and Alexis, who have never learned any life skills, are also with them.
And they're
living in
our
the
age.
motel.
They're our age.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
They're-
And the person who runs the motel, her comedy is just golden. She's just like quiet.
she got super dark for a season.
She did.
Like she wanted people to fail, and that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. But you're right. Her sarcastic, oh yeah, deadpan humor was really needed in that show. But
so
Eugene Levy,
Yeah, that guy's funny.
the Levy family, and that whole Canadian improv crew that they're connected to. Oh my goodness.
yeah, and all of Moira's antics, because she's like she was this TV or movie star and everything, and Moira's just the most conceited name they could have come up with.
Yeah,
And so
perfect.
it's so fitting.
Sorry
that
to all the
Moira was
Moiras
in a
out there.
motel.
Yeah, Catherine O'Hare is we all know her as the mom on Home Alone, but she is so much more. Again, she's part of that Canadian improv troupe, and her and Eugene Levy have been working together for decades, and it comes through on this show.
Yeah.
It really
They
does.
did a
There's
great
chemistry
job.
for sure.
The chemistry.
I was
is off the charts.
disappointed
Yeah.
when they canceled this show.
So they
But
didn't.
overall, it was good.
They chose to end it. So the creators, Dan Levy and Eugene Levy, decided it had run its course, and they're going to end on a high note. So they were begging, or TV studios were begging them to do more. They said, no, we need to go do other projects. So that's kind of cool. They left on a high note. It hurt us fans. I'm with you, Robert, but
Left me wanting for more. All right, so for my honorable mention, and if you guys can look at my beautiful shirt, can you guess what show
Well,
I'm going to bring up?
Are you doing Hawaii
Magnum
5-0?
PI.
Magnum
No
PI?
Hawaii 5-0, no Magnum PI.
Gilligan's Island.
No. So this show, there was a pineapple in every episode.
Are you
And it
talking-
wasn't a part of the show.
It wasn't
It just
SpongeBob.
was somewhere in there.
Okay.
Not SpongeBob.
It's SpongeBob.
Also good though.
Barney.
No. Psych. Have you guys seen
Yes!
Psych?
Okay.
Hey!
Psych. That's
Big
okay.
fan.
Yes.
Big fan.
Psych is very bingeable. Like
Horrible.
you can watch it.
Absolute
Very enjoyable.
horrible acting,
Oh yeah.
but it's so funny.
It's cheesy.
Such a cheesy, just feel good comedy.
Yep.
You can just sit back and enjoy it. You don't have to think. And I love it. And so that's why I put on my pineapple shirt, is because there is a pineapple in every episode that's not called out, but they placed one somewhere in every episode. Well, today we learned that Matt is a big fan of the male version of Downton Abbey. Didn't know there was a thing. Didn't know they injected him with testosterone, but Poldark. Go and check it out. I know I will be. He intrigued me for it. Also learned that we have a lot more in common than we ever thought we did, and very little fighting here. And so overall, after that last episode of, the overrated, I thought we were going to part ways and end this podcast. But we have a lot in common. We like the silly, dumb shows. And, make a comment down below. Tell us what you think the most underrated shows are. Subscribe. Come back next week.
Woo, thanks for joining.
All right.
See
Thank
you
you.
later.
Bye.
Most underrated. This could be interesting.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Look at you, Big Bang Theory
Mhm.
hater.
Come on.
All right. It don't matter.
Able to go longer.
Don't matter to me.
And I like how you supported that with your shirt, Robert.
Thank you.
That was cool.
Ran downstairs to get it.
Look at you.
That was perfect. Good job. What was that?
Yo.
I can't
Hacking
go
up
for
a
this cup.
lung? You got some COVID
Yes.
lung?
Yes, I got something. All right,
Did sound good.
for whatever gets your motor running.
That's what they say.
Get your motor running.
Let's talk strategy real quick. Then we'll let you go and drink your prune juice and get to bed.
Warm milk
Yeah.
and booties.
Yeah, get that hot toddy and pass out.
I did.
Whatever though.
If I can do it.
Customize it. Robert went sideways on us, so that's fun. What's up, bro?
Okay, well, I love you guys.
I love you too.
Say it back.
Say it back, Robert.
I love you.
Barry Bobby.
Like and share, like and share.
Look at you.
Bye.
Good night.
And good night.